Hello everyone, Andy here with etrailer.com, and today we're going to take a look at the Swagman Current 2 bike platform rack on our 2020 Mazda CX-5. This bike rack is going to be a great option if you happen to own an e-bike, a fat tire bike, or a bike with a larger frame height or length as well. The adjustable hooks will accommodate many different styles and sizes. So now let's go ahead and take a look at the tilt-away. We're just going to hold the frame or the bike rack here, lift up on this latch, and slowly let the rack down. From there we can then access the hatch if we happen to need it to load any other type of cargo or get any other bike equipment out of there. And it will just lock into place there. Now we're going to go ahead and remove the bike from the rack. We're just going to go ahead and remove each ratcheting strap from the wheels here. What I like to do is kind of let those hang back behind the bike. That way nothing gets tangled in the removing process. And you're just going to go ahead and grab each hook and pull up. Remove those completely just so there's nothing in the way obstructing trying to remove the bike from the rack. Now from there, we can go nice and easy behind the vehicle and off the rack completely. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is this mast does move down into a folded position. So let's go ahead and do that. We're just going to lift up on the lever here. And it might be, there we go. All right, and now we can take a look at the wheel cradles and trays here. As you can see, our ratcheting strap does have a rubber sleeve. What this will do is you will need to adjust this to protect your rim whenever you're ratcheting these down to secure each wheel in. Also, you can see that this tray will accommodate anything from a road bike all the way up to a fat tire bike as well, with a tire width of 5 inches. And on our frame hooks here, they are both going to be key-like to keep your bikes nice and secure. So now let's take a look at some of the measurements and clearances that we have with our CX-5 in this specific rack. From the bottom of our bumper to the outside portion of the tray here, we're going to be looking at 26 inches. As far as ground clearance, from the outmost portion of the rack here on the base, we're looking at 13 inches, and the inner lower portion, we're looking at 10.5 inches to the ground. Before we tilt it forward, we're going to need to lower the mast down. Put it into that position there where it locks in place, and now we will tilt up and into the vehicle. Now we're going to take a look at some of the clearances with it in the compacted position like this. So from the rear bumper and our furthest point out is going to be the rack here. We're looking at 16 inches. And now for clearance, with the wheel trays to our bumper, it's a little bit on the tighter fit. Closest point here on the lower tray, we're looking at about 2¼ inches. And on the upper one here, we're looking at about a 3-inch clearance. Now with the rack in the upright position here, you just need to be aware that the clearance is going to be very, very tight between your hatch and the wheel trays. What I recommend is to put it in the lowered position if you're needing to access anything that's in the back of your vehicle. So now let's take a look at this bike rack and the hitch. It will work for Class 2 1¼ inch hitches or for 2-inch hitches as well. It is included with the anti-rattle bolt that does come with a lock, and that is going to be key-like to our frame posts as well. Overall, my final thoughts about this bike rack are going to be having the option to fit different sizes of bikes from wheelbase to height, frame styles, or even weight. This is going to be a great option.
Here on our test course, we'll start by going through the slalom. This is going to show us the side-to-side action. This simulates turning corners or evasively maneuvering. Once we get to the alternating speed bumps, we'll see the twisting action. This will simulate hitting a curb or pothole or driving over uneven pavement. Once we get to the full speed bumps, we'll see the up and down action. This will be just like driving in and out of a parking lot, parking garage, or driveway.
And that's going to do it for the look at the Swagman Current 2 bike rack on our 2020 Mazda CX-5.